Hello guys, you are welcome to the GMAT 41's YouTube channel. In this video lesson, I'll be teaching you quickly how to solve this problem that we have on the board. Square root of 1 plus cos theta divided by 1 minus cos theta. We are required to simplify it. And now we've got these options here, right? One could also tell you to prove that this is equal to whatever the correct option likely is here. Is that okay? Well, we're going to solve this quickly. The problem is based on trigonometry. Given to us, we have. Good. Now, if you look at this problem that is given to us, already the trig function that we have there, cos theta, is in basic form. And so we cannot really break this down any further. We could now start thinking, what do we do here? What I observe here is the fact that the numerator can just bear these square roots, and then of course I can also introduce square roots to the denominator. You know, this is using the knowledge of division law of sort. Is that okay? And then with this, just thinking about what mathematical approach I can use. And then again, I can still think about sort. Are you following, right? Where we talk about sort rationalization. For example, if I give you something like square root of 5 all over maybe square root of 2. The fact that you have that root sign in the denominator gives you room to do sort rationalization. It's going to be square root of 5 all over square root of 2, and then you multiply it by square root of 2 over square root of 2. And technically, you've not changed the problem given to you, so you are still mathematically consistent. And that could help you to solve out something. So that is exactly what I intend doing here, because from what I'm observing, that's just what I need to do. That's the only option left. Whereby I will rationalize using the conjugate of the denominator to multiply the numerator and denominator. Now this is 1 minus cos theta. The conjugate of 1 minus cos theta will be 1 plus cos theta, or minus 1 minus cos theta. I prefer to go with that one of 1 plus cos theta. And so that means that I am going to multiply numerator and denominator by that conjugate. Correct. Now, you see what I've done here. Mathematically, I have not changed the given question. I haven't changed it. Okay, because what I used to multiply, to rationalize, I can still cancel this off because they're the same term. And it would return me back to what I was given originally. So mathematically, I'm still in line. Now, this is what we call rationalization of sort. All I have to do now is to multiply out the numerator and the denominator. So let's do it and see. This is square root 1 plus cos theta times square root 1 plus cos theta. So just think about this. If you have square root of 3 times square root of 3, it's going to be equal to 3. The square root will go off. Alright, applying multiplication law of sort, square root of 3 times square root of 3 will be equal to square root of 9. And then square root of 9 as a perfect square will now give you 3. So the idea is simple. Square root of a number times square root of the same number is simply equal to that number. So if I have square root of this term, 1 plus cos theta plus square root of 1 plus cos theta, it is simply equal to 1 plus cos theta. And then observing the denominator, this is square root of 1 minus cos theta times square root of 1 plus cos theta. Just think about this now. Alright, if I were to multiply, it's going to be square roots, maybe covering all of them. Square root 1 minus cos theta in brackets times 1 plus cos theta in brackets. That is what this is. And of course, whenever you have a term like that, it is simply picking this part of minus and then squaring each of them. What am I saying in essence? Multiplying square root of this term by square root of this term is simply square root 1 square minus cos square theta. Are you following, right? That's what it means. Think about this. If you have square roots of 1 minus x in bracket, and then times 1 plus x in bracket, that is simply square root of 1 minus x squared. Is that okay? So that will be applied here. You see how I'm using certain knowledge of mathematics, knowledge of the known. to deal with what otherwise can be seen to be an unknown. And so always whenever you are solving something, a mathematical problem, it's important for you to try to always think about the known. Use the knowledge of the known to deal with the unknown. So having said that, this denominator is simply square root 1 squared, which is 1, minus cos squared theta. Alright, so just like difference of 2 squares. That's what I've done here. Difference of what? 2 squares. And looking at this, I want to show you something in the denominator. Very important. This denominator, look at the term enclosed by this square root. 1 minus cos squared theta. From Pythagorean identity, this is equal to sine squared theta. Is that okay? For full detailed knowledge of Pythagorean identity and of course trig identity, you can contact us to join our classes. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel also. Turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload, any information about that, you will be personally notified. So this 1 minus cos squared theta is simply sine squared theta. Okay. And now, if I have square root of sine squared theta, what would that give to us? The square root will clear that square. Are you following, right? So it simply becomes sine theta. Just think about you having square root of x squared. Okay? That square root and that square will cancel out so that x will be left. And so this is equal to 1 plus cos theta all over sine theta. And then we can break this down, as 1 over sine theta. And then plus cos theta over sine theta. And I guess we can just see our solution. Are you following, right? This simply means that the term given to us, which is square root 1 plus cos theta over 1 minus cos theta, will simply be equal to, come to this term, 1 over sine theta has the trig identity cosec theta. Is that okay? Cosec. And then cos theta divided by sine theta is the inverse of tan, which gives us cot. So this is going to be cot theta. And of course, I've succeeded to obtain the simplified term of this expression given to me. Comparing this with the option, you agree with me that option C is the correct answer. Alright? Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video lesson. I urge you to subscribe to the GMAT41's YouTube channel and remember to turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload any new content, you will be personally notified. Alright friends, I'll be seeing you in our next video lesson.